Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, thank you guys. Good evening, and thank you so much for inviting me to talk. My name is Lana, and I'm a final year student. Yeah, and I think that this is a really, really great event that Preclinical Society has organized. You know, we have a lot of content that we have to get through, and it can be really overwhelming. But I think it's always great to try and learn new ways of studying and finding new ways to approach your learning. So yeah, really great event, and I'm excited to hear from everyone. Just before I start talking about how I personally like to study, I just like to kind of make an analogy that in med school we do, well, in any health sciences degree, I think what we do is we form a foundation of knowledge, and as you go through your years, you add on layers and layers to that knowledge. So I would really say it's really overwhelming, I know, at the beginning, but don't feel like overwhelmed and don't be too hard on yourself, because you'll always come back to that. You're always adding on more to that knowledge. So just be patient with yourself and take your own time. We all got our own pace. So yeah, it'll take time, but you will get there. And basically, in your preclinical years, you go through a lot of content. There's a lot of new things. There's anatomy, there's anatomy path, there's clinical skills, and all of the stuff that you've never done before. So what I'm going to describe today is basic methods that I use to help me study. I'm a visual learner. I love color. I love pictures, and that's always kind of worked for me. They might sound like old school methods of studying, but maybe I can describe them in a way that will throw something refreshing and be helpful to you. And yeah, I'll link them to some of the subjects that I use specific methods for. So let me see if I can get the technology thing right. Let's see if you can see this. Hello?
Hi, Alana, we can't see it yet.
Okay, maybe it's just my computer's a bit slow. If it doesn't pop up, let me know, and we'll probably just have to learn it. But one of the first methods I like to describe is mind maps. So I know a lot of people have spoken about mind maps. I'm sure that we've all been told about it by a teacher. I find mind maps are really, really helpful. And I like to use it when I approach it. First, like, read over it, try and summarize the topic all on one page, because I find it's really helpful to have everything, the general approach to everything on one page. So I'll do like one section, I'll do the important headings and put the points under that. So for example, different headings. So I'll do like epidemiology, and I'll do signs and symptoms, how you diagnose it, how you treat it, what are the features of microbiology, because people have to know about TB, and what are the risk factors. So I'll do those main headings and the main points under that. And I like to leave it some color that that I can remind myself about. So for example, with TB, I think about like oxygen and the lungs. So for some reason that makes me purple and blue, so I usually use purple and blue. And then always like start my memory to think about the topic. So I don't know if you guys can see the screen now. Sometimes I'll add pictures, sometimes not. Yeah, just depending on how much time I have, but I find that's a really useful way. And what's nice about it is that when you're studying, well, what I like to do is try to remember as much as I can, so like read over my map and then see what my gaps are. And then you can actually physically see how much you remember and how much you don't remember. And what I often do is I use my mind maps and I kind of use them to like teach and measure class. I know that sounds
really
I can't hear you. Yeah. Can you not hear me? Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing and then maybe that'll help. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Your line is going on and off. I don't know if the network or
You're having the same problem.
I can actually hear properly.
Okay, might be better now. Try Alana. Yeah, I was just breaking up a little bit on my side.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'll try again. So basically what I was saying is that I like to use the mind maps in a way that I will try and like do this thing where like try and teach an imaginary class, and that way you can hear yourself out loud and remember everything that you are talking about. Yeah, so that is mind maps and how I like to use it. I find that it works really well for subjects like anat path or virology or microbiology, where you have a lot of content and things that you have to remember. Public health, it also works. I found it worked well for me there. And then someone asked a question about anatomy. So what I found for anatomy is that I really enjoyed doing pictures. So even though my pictures were not really great, I would draw pictures and then label onto that. So if I would draw, for example, like a bone and draw the different parts of the bone and the labels and what that meant. And then as you study, you can actually see the picture and keep going over that. If I didn't have a lot of time, I would kind of print out the picture and then take away the labels, and then as I'm studying I'll try and remember and fill them all in, and that's a way that you can kind of test yourself every day and do it every day, like constantly go over the anatomy. Yeah, so I found that really helped, and you get that little coloring book that you use in second year. I find that super helpful. So if you have one of those, it's a really great tool for studying, especially if you're a visual learner. And then the last thing that I like to use is flashcards. So if I'm doing something like clinical skills or languages, then I like to use flashcards, because for languages, I'd have the English on the front and then the translations at the back. Or I would do questions for PBL, so the questions in the front and then the answers at the back. And you can use them like during big times, or when you're sitting with your friends, or when you're doing PBL to make it a bit more interesting. That's something that I would use, and you can take it with you wherever you go. So that's a really nice way to also study and keep going over things. Yeah, so those are like the main methods that I like to use and that I found really helpful. And another thing also to do is also to keep like terms yourself. I know that in second year you start with a NAD path, so I used to like make a little booklet and do all the terms. Like you learn a lot of new words in second year, so I put them in there, and then you can just keep referring to it or go over it when you're driving in the car. So that's another tip, something that might be helpful for you guys. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have any questions, if there's anything in here that I can repeat, but yeah, that's it in a nutshell. But hello? Katie, I'm not sure if you guys can hear me still.
Yeah, I can hear you, Alana. I can't hear who's asking a question though. Can you maybe double check whoever has their hand up if you're not muted?
Okay.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Like, I didn't hear anything you said because the line was going on and off. I don't know if the problem was like with your network or what, but I didn't hear anything at all.
Okay, is that a problem that everyone had?
I didn't hear some of the mind map stuff, but I got most of it. I don't know if everyone was struggling with that.
I also managed to get most of it.
Okay, fantastic. This will be recorded. It is recorded, so I don't think you have to repeat everything you said, Alana, but if you maybe want to just give a little overview of your mind mapping strategy.
Okay, sure. Basically what I just said about mind maps is that a nice way to do it is to first read over the topic or the section that you're going to use, and then pick out what the main points are. So usually main points, you do them as a heading and then put the information you need. That would remind me of the section. Sorry?
I was saying that it's off again.
Okay, I'm not sure if the problem is my side or what the problem is. I'm really sorry about that. Maybe I can give a summary to Katie, and then if anyone would like this, then we can send it to them. I don't know what you think about that, Katie.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. I'll see how it ends up looking on the recording. But otherwise, yeah, we're going to post this on YouTube so we can attach some links if that would help. The fun thing about technology is just sometimes it doesn't want to work. But thank you so much, Alana. That was really interesting, and it's nice to hear about how other people approach these really overwhelming subjects, especially currently I'm in second year, and it's nice to just hear about how people make summaries and everything, because it's very overwhelming. So yeah, does anyone have any other questions for Alana? No, okay, great. We can always come back at the end, or you can type them up into the chat box. Thank you so much, Alana, again.